Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. And I'm not wearing a Man City shirt today, but yeah. And also the interesting thing is Newcastle versus Arsenal, or rather Arsenal versus Newcastle is also on today. So at the same time, at this time, so it will be very interesting. Southampton almost looking to counter. Interesting from Southampton. This match is not going to be straightforward. This match is definitely not going to be straightforward because Southampton just looking to play on that counter attack. John Stones and Nathan Ake probably their last game as a pairing and even individually probably their last start for City. Good to see Nico Gonzalez get that nod at CDM. I thought Nico O'Reilly was not good at CDM against Burnley. Phil Foden, good to see Phil Foden start, Omar Marmou start. Tijani Reinders, Ryan Sharkey is starting on one wing, Phil Foden on the other. Tijani Reinders centrally with Nico Gonzalez and Mateo Kovacic. Right now, there. Both the Ryans starting out on that left flank. This is interesting. Both the Ryans are probably, if if you ask me to name five best dribblers in the Premier League, both Ryan Sharkey and Ryan Nauri will be in that list. City setting up some good moments on that right flank. Mateo Kovacic, this is some advanced, this is some advanced combination play. Kovacic, Gonzalez, Foden, everyone, Sharky, Aknauri, everyone is super good on the ball. So this is really some advanced combination play here from City. City not giving the ball to Southampton at all. It seems like he's broken the offside trap. Matthews Nunez and he was offside. I think Nunez is just offside. Yes, he was off. He was off. Linesman probably could have called it earlier because it was much more clearer than what has been evident. Good stop by the keeper. Fantastic stop by the keeper there. Bayaji says Marmou's always offside. That's the case with Omar Marmoush, Bayaji. I wonder what will happen, Bayaji, if Mbappe and Omar Marmoush play together as a two. They will always be offside. But have you seen, Bayaji, what happened in that Spurs versus Wolves game and that West Ham versus Everton game? It was very interesting. Spurs goes 1-0 up. Everton scores to make it 1-1. And then in both the stadiums, you just have to see the reflection to the goals. And then West Ham make it 2-1. And then in the Spurs stadium, there is absolute silence. There's absolute silence in that Spurs stadium. The relegation battle is going absolutely down to the wire there. But then you have to wonder if Spurs can just scrape away and beat Wolves, do they even deserve to be in the division? Good ball by Nathan Ake. By the way, with Nathan Ake, I almost forgot, credit is due to him in the Carabao Cup final. I think he was one of our best players. Yes, Nico Riley was good, but defensively, Nathan Ake was outstanding in that Carabao Cup final. He probably is my man of the match. Was my man of the match there. Kovacic, Aitnauri, Ryan Cherky. Bayaji says West Ham could put up a good fight against Arsenal. And also, Bayaji, everyone's telling that Everton away will be a difficult game for City. But if West Ham, I know it's at West Ham's home, but still, if West Ham can defeat Everton, then if City deserve the title, they should also be able to go on and do something, right? It seems Elliot Anderson City is in the pole position for Elliot Anderson. Nico Gonzalez trying to just prod it through Nathan Ake, and Nathan Ake somehow looks in fantastic physical shape. Just don't know how, but Nathan Ake just looks to be in amazing shape if you just look at him. Wow, Nathan Ake looks to be so good. He looks to be top in terms of fitness. Looks to be sharper than ever for me. Southampton pinch it. Phil Foden with the mistake again. Phil Foden, that's poor for Phil Foden from Phil Foden there. But says yes, Ake was sublime off the bench against Arsenal and didn't put a foot wrong. Ake was very good, and also seeing looking at his physical condition, he just looks to be top. And also, I think against Burnley, yes, it was a missed opportunity. I do agree, but I think that experiment of Nico O'Reilly at CDM just didn't work. I just wonder why did Pep overthink it, and why didn't he just put Nico Gonzalez in place of Rodri? In fact, Nico Gonzalez would have been much better suited to score more goals because, like we've seen in that period between October to January, City scored a lot of goals before Rodri came against Burnley 4-0. I mean, all of that, lot of goals. Nico Gonzalez responsible for that. Ryan Nauri, what a excellent piece of dribbling there from Ryan Nauri. Shame that the final pass was bad, but good play from Southampton. This game is not gonna be easy, guys. This game is absolutely not gonna be easy. This game is not gonna be easy at all. Omar Marmos, is he offside? I don't know. The flag is not down. He's offside. Like Bayaji said, he's always offside. Omar Marmoush. No, he's not offside. In fact, looks tight to me. Looks absolutely tight to me. I think he's on his minimum level there. Good defending. Was it Batela Howard Ballas? Good defending, Batela Howard Ballas. Marmoush wasn't offside over there. Marmoush wasn't offside over there. Bayaji says, exactly, poor finish. Exactly. But then again, Bayaji, you could attribute it to, sitting so much time on the bench, especially for a striker, I think they are bound to be rusty. I mean, you might be the best striker in the world, but if you don't play regularly, I think you're bound to be rusty. So I'll not blame Marmoush for that. Southampton are on the attack. This is interesting. And Southampton score. It's 1-0. The flag's up. The flag's up. The flag's up. Oh, Bailey says we are vulnerable on the counters. Since Southampton's, favorite is the counter, but I mean, miles offside. Yeah, he's miles offside. It's miles offside anyway. But just look at that finish. And look at the finish of Marmoush. There. Look at that finish. We are vulnerable on the counters. We are absolutely vulnerable on the counters. And Bayaji, what's the difference? Why we have stopped being vulnerable on the counters? Kushanov. Against when Burnley hit us on the counters quite a few times, but Kushanov just he ate up the ground. I don't know how he does that, but Kushanov has made a lot of difference. I think if Ruben Diaz would play for us and not be injured, I don't wish injury on anyone, but if Ruben Diaz would continue playing for us instead of Kushanov, I don't think we would be in the title race. Kushanov literally removed that being vulnerable on the counters, that element from us. This match is both the sides are pressing, both the sides are it's very good. Both the sides are pressing and both the sides are making it compact. Both the sides are attacking. It's entertaining, to be honest, this game. Both the sides are coming for each other. Southampton absolutely trying to break, but they're not passive. They're covering the passing angles well, they're pressing well, and then they're trying to break. Again, look at that. That's a foul. Top from Southampton, to be honest. Credit where it's due. People ask me, Arteta is sitting back, but then is sitting back in bad in football. Sitting back is not bad in football. You know what's bad in football? Sitting back and being passive. Jose Mourinho's teams used to sit back, but Jose Mourinho's teams were never passive sitting back. They always had plans, three pass goal, where to block the passing lanes, where to press. We press in a mid block. There were a lot of plans, but you see Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta's Arsenal is always, they're looking for a counter, they're passive, and that's what makes them boring, makes the football boring. You can be entertaining even when sitting back. By the way, Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid scored the highest number of goals in that La Liga season where they got 1 or 2 points. I think Jose Mourinho's Chelsea was one of the highest scorers in one of the seasons. Can't say the same about Arteta. It's a myth that you can sit back and not be entertaining. You can sit back and you can also be entertaining. Nico Gonzalez does well. Look at Nico Gonzalez in tight spaces. He's very good. Good ball into the box. Right now, excellent there from Ryan Nauri, but it's a foul. Uh, no, it wasn't a foul. This is interesting. The match is just damn good from a tactical perspective. Very good. Both of them compacting and playing in tight spaces there. Kovacic, Natanake, very well done. Look at Matteo Kovacic there. Wow. If not for injuries, what he could have been as a pair with Rodri. Very good. Is it Taylor Howard Palace with the throw? It's a face familiar, that's why. Thinking maybe it's Taylor Howard Palace. The press is very important. When Southampton played that through ball for the first goal, which was ruled out offside, there was no pressure on the ball. Absolutely no pressure on the ball. Omar Marmos is through again. Omar Marmos is through. This is where he has his bread and butter. Omar Marmos is through. He's looking rusty there, Omar Marmos. Don't blame him again. City are not able to get that shot away there. James Trafford there. What a cup run he is on, to be honest. Almost, it was almost a good ball, but the defender read the run there. A good day for Southampton fans coming to Wembley. Wow, this game is extremely tactical. Now you can say how Southampton reached the stage. That would defeating Arsenal. Phil Foden. Ah! Mateo Kovacic, in fact. What a run by Mateo Kovacic over there. Wow, I thought it was in. What a run that was by Mateo Kovacic. Just look at him. Pep thought it was in. Slightly wide. Slightly wide over there. That is what Mateo Kovacic can do. I mean, I think you can name two or three players in the world who can do that, what Kovacic did over there. And he does that under pressure in the midfield where the loss of a ball means the opponent running through on goal. Countinya says, don't you think Kova was underused this season? But Countinya, Kova was injured this season. He just come back 2 weeks ago. Kova was injured. Kova is injured this season. I think he was injured from the start of the season. Actually, last season ending, he suffered an injury and then he underwent surgery and all. He was injured from the start of the season. to be honest. Otherwise, Pep would have used Kovacic a lot more. That's kind of been the story of Kovacic's career, At Real Madrid, Kovacic had people like Luka Modric, and in Real Madrid, Kovacic had people like Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, and all of those kind of players whom you could never expect Kovacic to start in front of them. So he's always a bit part player. And then when he moved to Chelsea, at Chelsea, I never thought he had a manager or the kind of team around him that really could appreciate what he offered, appreciate his ability. I think when we signed him, I thought he is perfect for Pep because when City got him, that was after the Champions League final that we won, and already in the Champions League final, Inter was marking us man to man. Premier League teams, your Southampton on the break. Is it offside? I don't know. Headed over the bar, but I think it was offside anyway. So Premier League teams like Randon, Iraola, and everyone were starting to man mark City and press them absolutely high up. So Pep Guardiola wanted a player who could break the press with the ball, not with passing, because in intense pressing, passing becomes difficult. So you need a player who can break the ball, press by running with the ball, and I think Kovacic was that player. But unfortunately, his entire career at City, I think most of the time he was injured somehow or the other. And when he was fit, the interesting thing is Rodri was injured and he was asked to play DM. I always thought Kovacic was that box to box player who give him the ball and he'll break you the press. DM wasn't his best position. So when he was fit, Rodri was injured. When Rodri was fit, he was injured. So Kovacic never got that. Today, Kovacic interestingly has that box to box role. So that's a very interesting thing. I'll be interested to see if Pep plays Kovacic in that Bournemouth game where Andoni Raiola will press you a lot. Phil shoot! Phil Foden, Phil Foden needed to shoot there. It's I just saw Phil Foden turn on the ball. It was very interesting. I mean, watching Kyle Walker's interview with Gary Neville. I think it was a week ago or so. You know what Kyle Walker said? I mean, Gary Neville was asking how did Pep Guardiola make you think differently about football. So Kyle Walker said, Pep never allowed you to perform half turns. What Phil Foden's famous for? Like in the box, take the ball and half turn on the ball, and then no. Except David Silva, no one could do it. You need to allow the ball to run before you, roll before you, and then go with it. Pep did not allow anyone to do a half turn with the ball. That was very interesting. Gary Neville was surprised, and then they saw clips of Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne was always allowing the ball to run ahead of him and then moving with the ball. It was very interesting that insight which Kyle Walker was giving. It's a free kick for Southampton, I think. They're pushing men forward. Good well defended. It's another free kick for Southampton. It's another free kick for Southampton. Ryan Sharkey. This is not going to be a straightforward game. Look at how Southampton are pressing. Need to defend this well. James Trafford is really very, very good, unlike Donnarumma. It's a shame that you might be seeing two generational goalkeepers in the same club, which almost never happens. Trafford, I'm convinced, is going to be England's number one. Is far superior than Pickford. Omar Marmoush. Omar Marmoush had to pass it. Omar Marmoush had to pass it to the right. There was a free man there. Omar Marmoush had to pass it. Omar Marmoush had to pass it to the right. Reinhard Nauri. Surprisingly, Reinhard Nauri has been very, very good defensively. Good defending there. Nico Gonzalez does well. Kovacic does well, in fact, but Southampton have some players in the midfield who are absolutely good on the ball. No one's. I think this game probably needs the intervention of Bernardo Silva, and that itself is great praise on Southampton. This game, by the looks of it, needs the intervention of Bernardo Silva. Marmoush had a good chance, Kovacic had a good chance. Southampton put the ball in the back of the net for an offside. Very, very good ball. Goal kick. Absolutely very good ball. James Trafford playing out from the back. Mateo Kovacic. Look at Kovacic there. Superb. Ryan Sherky. Matthews Nunes. City's absolute technical quality, entire technical quality is being tested here. Southampton are pressing very, very well. I think Pep needs to change it a bit tactically because we are not able to move the ball. There's no spare man available, which is very essential during this intense press. It's not a man-to-man press as well. I think it's kind of a zonal press that they're almost the ball's almost gone in there. This is a much difficult game than I had actually imagined. That's a throw into City. Ryan Atnauri can just a bit wide of Ryan Atnauri over there. Matheus Nunes. Nico Gonzalez. Good ball from Nico Gonzalez. Omar Marmos is through. Ah, fantastic attack from City. Marmos should have gone far post. Keeper had covered the near post a lot. I mean, to be fair, there was no space, but he probably had to lift it a bit over the keeper, I think. I don't know. Technique was all wrong. The intention was right from Reinders. The technique was all wrong. Technique was all wrong from Tijani Reinders over there. Southampton have had no attempt on target, but for me, yes, City have had chances. They also look threatening to me. It's not a passive game at all. It's a foul. Foul on Kovacic. Aknauri probably thought it was a pen, but I didn't think it was a pen. To be honest. He was just caught on the ball right now. This is a good chance. Kovacic has the ball. Uh, Kovacic is getting into some excellent positions with the ball at his feet. It's just that he needs to carry it a little bit better, I think. City looking to press and Southampton looking to commit City to the press. We need to be a little bit careful that we don't overcome it to the press, to be honest. Southampton are playing around the back very, very well. Pep Guardiola would have been impressed by that. Nathan Ake with a loose touch. Southampton have played round City's press very, very well. Pep Guardiola will be furious with City's press there. Cover, 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 Phil. Ryan, don't allow the cross to. That's good. Defending by Nathan Ake. Wow. This is much, much more difficult than I had ever imagined. Semi final against Southampton. That is wonderful there from Mateo Kovacic. Just look at the run he's made. Right now, galloping in front of him and he gets the ball. Wow. Look at Mateo Kovacic. Gone out for a goal kick. That run from Kovacic was very, very good. Who has gone down over there? I think it's Matthews Nunez who's gone down. Yes, it's Matthews Nunez who's gone down. Not good. Not good for City. Not good for City. Matthews Nunez has gone down. We need him at right back. Not good for City at all. What the what the hell? It's not good. Matthews Nunez is injured. Matthews Nunez is injured. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Matthews Nunez is injured. Pep Guardiola giving some instructions. Tactically, Pep Guardiola hasn't got it right, to be honest. Both the set of managers. I don't know who's Southampton boss, but he's been very good in his tactical setup. Kushanov is coming on. This should help us get more protection against counters as well, to be honest. I think Nunez is okay to continue, but will they take that risk? I don't know. Pep seems to have made some tactical change. We'll see. Or did he just tell the players just do whatever you're doing right now? Phil Foden. That's a foul on Phil Foden. The amount of players who can play on tight spaces is very good. Phil Foden, Mateo Kovacic, Ryan Cherki. It's picked an absolutely technical team. I'm just surprised hasn't picked Savinho today because Savinho offers you, if there's one thing that is missing in this team, burst of pace. You could argue Marmoush has pace, but I would love to see pace on the wings today. On both of your wings, there's absolutely no pace. Both Phil Foden and Ryan Cherki are not pacey kind of players. So that is where probably I'm a little bit, not satisfied with the team. Good pass, very good pass. I think Phil Foden should have put the cross in a bit earlier on. Nathan Ake is winning every bloody header. Tijani Reinders, I think right now he has to put the ball in. Can City get a goal before the break? How much is the extra time plus two? Can we get a goal before the break? Nathan Ake, Reinhard Nauri. What a ball! What a ball that is! Ryan Sharkey. Ah, last moment tackle. That is from Ryan Sharkey there. That's not a foul. The ref. That was never a foul. Ah, Sharkey was almost going through their good tackle, but I don't think that was a foul by Ryan Sharkey. But just look at his touch. Wow, from Ryan Sharkey. So it has to be that for this half. Southampton have played very well, but City had the chances. Marmoush went through on goal, I think twice. He needed to do better, I think. I think that is that. I think that is that. Referee blows the whistle. Now shall we switch on to the Arsenal match? The referee blows the whistle and this since there's some time, I think we'll shift on to the Arsenal match. Arsenal against Newcastle. Let's see the score. Arsenal already leading 1-0, so I don't think there is a need to even see the bloody score. Is Kai Havertz injured or what is going off? Victor Gyökeres is coming on. Ize scores and Kai Havertz as the assist. Yes. Newcastle are putting in some last ditch defending over there. But I think maybe we'll see a bit of IPL. Then looking at, Arsenal. I thought if it was nil-nil we could see, but 1-0. I mean, Newcastle at home, you expect Arsenal to defeat them. But last match was what? The last home match was Bournemouth at home, so that was also an easy fixture. So they should have won that as well. So you actually don't know, anything can happen. And at 1-0, anything can happen. Hope Newcastle get the next goal. But yeah, this FA Cup match has been this FA Cup match has been very tough. I mean, a little bit more tougher than I imagined, but Marmoush went through on goal twice, so you actually thought Marmoush would have taken one of those chances. But like I said again, rusty keeper, sorry, rusty striker on the bench for such amount of time. Strikers thrive on finishing, being in the moment, and all of that stuff. So I mean, I just hope that Newcastle pull a goal back, but doesn't seem like it, to be honest. Newcastle, I know, are shit. I know that Newcastle are shit, but 37 minutes gone in this match, so. But at 1-0, anything can happen. Arsenal on the attack here. Then there was a pass there. Saliba didn't find that pass. Arsenal playing a little better on the front foot. The problem is when Kai Havertz goes, people criticize him for, missing those easy chances, but Guy Corres is not as good as holding the ball up compared to Kai Havertz. So that's something which they may lack with Guy Corres. Guy Corres is almost a kind of striker who plays exclusively on the counter attack. Arsenal are just passing the ball around. There's not much in this City Southampton game, to be honest. Not much difference between the sides. Let's look at how Arsenal scored their goal, to be honest. They got the goal early as well. Ninth minute is a edge of the box, edge of the box long shot. Easy as expected. Nothing creative from Arsenal. Nothing absolutely creative from Arsenal. Just edge of the box. And Southampton, interestingly, have zero shots on and off target. So let's see. Exactly. I mean, that's what even everyone's writing that Guy offers something very, very different to what Howard's offers, Gyökeres does not offer you that hold up of play, and also the XG of the match between Southampton and City is 0.27. That just shows you. Some people might call it dull, but I found it an interesting tactical battle, Both the teams pressing in sort of that mid block, both the teams trying to prevent each other from countering. It just felt the game did not have a big midfield god, to be honest, someone like that. Someone who could catch hold of that midfield. Just didn't have someone like that. I'm just waiting for the City Southampton match to start, but and the meantime I'm just watching the Arsenal, get the score of the Arsenal one, but the Arsenal one isn't particularly interesting as well. But yeah, nothing much in the game, to be honest. Like I said, it just felt it was in the need of a midfield guard who could just control the game, would just pick and control the game. I mean, I don't know why the half time is stretching this much. I don't know why are they taking so long for half time. I thought it was like 10 minutes of time on the break before. Why the hell are they not starting? This is the biggest wait I've had after half time, to be honest. Now the players are coming out. I think if the match is at Wembley, do they give an extended half time or something like that? I don't know. It's been what, more than 15 minutes. You can see some fans sleeping over there. Look at that, a few fans are sleeping over there. It's been a long half time, to be honest. It's been an extremely long half time, to be honest. Bayaji says this is why most of them are riding the bench. I thought Bayaji the problem is he has not chosen a fast winger. You know, both the flanks are slow, Foden and Sherky. I think he needed to probably, I mean, in the worst case scenario, play Savinho, just introduce some pace on the bench. I know you don't want to play Doku and Semenyo, but at least play Savinho for the pace. It's become a lot more predictable that he's not played a fast winger. I'm surprised, in fact, that he's not played Savinho. Well, I should not be surprised because he praised Savinho a lot in the press conference, which just makes when Pep praises you. It's like you are having a hard time ahead. Trafford does well there. Trafford does extremely. Ake does well, and then Trafford does well to read that situation there. Let's look at it. Right now, he misses the kick. Referee allows the advantage to play. And Nathan Ake is very good. Of all the players, I think Nathan Ake has been exceptional. Then you have Gehi and Kushano who have been exceptional as well. Can we expect Newcastle to score a goal? That will be interesting. Nathan Ake. Right now, he does extremely well. Wow! Right now, he does extremely well. Just couldn't get the final ball. But right now, he does exceptionally well over there. Nico Gonzalez, Omar Marmoush with the run, Omar Marmoush with the take. That's a corner for City. Good spot by Nico Gonzalez. This is excellent. This is a speciality of Nico Gonzalez. You probably don't expect Rodri to play those balls, but look at Nico Gonzalez plays those balls a lot. It's fantastic there from Nico Gonzalez. And also good run by Omar Marmoush. In the Arsenal game, I think it's half time and it's 1-0 to Arsenal, I think. Yes. Corner. Look at how comfortable Trafford is in playing out. Good run. Fantastic run that is. What a run that is. Ah! Why was no one there for the bloody cutback? Why was no one there for the bloody cutback? What a run that was from Reinhard Nauri. Good start to City. Good start to this half by City. What a run that was by Reinhard Nauri. Would have been a classic Pep Guardiola goal. I think you need Savio. What a ball again! I think you need Savio. You need that fast-paced winger, a traditional winger on the other end who can come naturally drift into those inside positions when such a cutback is coming. Mario Kovacic, Phil Foden. What a ball again! Why the hell is nobody there for the bloody cutback? What scintillating play from City this is. This is wonderful play from City. Just look at it. Kovacic going there. Someone should crash the box, man. Someone just crashed the box. Jeremy Doku. I don't say put Jeremy Doku on and all because we need them for the Premier League, but at least put a Savinho, at least put someone with pace, which means Savinho. This is excellent there by Kovacic. It's been brilliant, and what a ball that is. Matthews Nunes gets Omar Marmoush gets there, and that's a foul on Omar Marmoush. Should be a yellow card. Should be a yellow card dished out. Clear foul is pulled Omar Marmoush back. Should be a yellow card dished out, ref. That's a yellow card. That is a yellow card. Kovacic has been absolutely brilliant. I don't know if he's given a yellow card or not, but over the bar. Phil Foden not at his best. At his best, Phil Foden just puts it into the top corner. Creating chances. City have been excellent in this half. City have been creating chances, but not taking any of them. 7 years coming on. Doku is coming on. That is what the game needs. Trafford catches it. That's a foul. Why is the ref not giving him a card? Is he already booked? I don't know then. But if he's not booked, that's a card. I told in halftime this match was looking forward to a big midfield ahead who could catch hold of the midfield from either one of the teams, and it's Kovacic. He's caught hold of this game and look at how he's running it like a conductor at an orchestra. Everything's going through him and he's been brilliant. Wilford and Matthews Nunez. Phil Foden. That's a great block. Southampton are putting bodies on the line here. City are pressing home the attacking thing, and I think it's substitutions. Both Savinho and Doku are coming on. Kovacic is going off. He's had a brilliant game. Interesting that he's removing Kovacic, but probably that's because he's just returned from injury. Kovacic has played very well. Phil Foden, I think he looked very rusty. It's not at his best. But now the game will be very interesting because you have two wingers who are extremely pacey on either side who can hold the width, who can stretch. Southampton, Jeremy Doku. Ah, that wasn't far away. Reinders knows that wasn't far away. That was not that far away. Ah, it is not that near as well, but that wasn't a million miles far away, to be honest. Ryan Cherky, Savinho, run at the Southampton defense. Savinho, run. That's good. That's good. He's at least running at the defense. City with the urgency. Jeremy Doku. Ah! What a chance! What a chance! Omar Marmoush has had three chances in this match. What the hell? Omar Marmoush has had three very good chances in this match, and he's put all the three, he's wasted all the three. There's no excuse for wasting this. The first two, yes, rusty and all, but you can't waste three guilty chances. Especially is known to be a very good finisher, Omar Marmoush. Can't be wasting those many guilty chances. What great chances there for Omar Marmoush. Jeremy Doku does well. Run at Nauri. Jeremy Doku again. Right now drifts infield, dragging player with him, leaving Doku one on one. Savio just cannot get it under control. Well done, very well done. That John Stones is probably just done enough. City have not taken the chances. It's as simple as that. No, he's vastly playing a second strong side here, but players of that quality, for example, I think Marmo should get into 95% of the Premier League teams. Ah! Ah! I don't know how Marmoush doesn't put that in. Wow! The ball just doesn't want to go in, I think. I don't know. How many chances? You're creating chance after chance after chance here. Jeremy Doku, that is a wonderful move there. He needs to pass it wide to Savinho. That's the ball. Good run by Matthews Nunes. Ah, that's a corner for City. Nunes probably had to cross it a bit earlier on there. Sharky, in fact, Sharky needed to cross it a bit. Ah, we are getting closer and closer. Come on. Ah, what a stop that is. What a stop that is from the keeper. Good shot there from Savinho and Doku. Doku should have protected the ball better. Trafford does very well there. Trafford does extremely well there. What a game this is. This game has exploded in this half. Wow, what a game this is. Wow, it's counter attack against trying to break the defense down. Ryan Sherky, the magician. I think Savinho should have shot there. I don't know why he went inside again. He needed to shoot over there the first time he went inside and created a gap. That's a throw into City. Wow, this is relentless. This is absolutely relentless from City. Look at that. Good stop by the keeper there, but Savinho stuck it well. Good stop by the keeper. But after that, there's another chance where Savinho cuts inside. He has to shoot then. John Stones is down. Look at one Southampton supporter there. He's having a good nap in the sun. Matthews Nunez. Jeremy Doku. Ah! I don't know why they're racing for offside because he cannot be offside inside his. What a ball this is! This has to be the goal! Ah! If not now, when? That, I mean, tactically Pep's got this right. The players are not taking the chances. He just cannot do anything for that. Does he turn to the big Erling Haaland to decide this game? I absolutely don't know. I think he does not even have Semenyo on the bench. Does he turn to Haaland? That's a foul by Omar Marmoush. Ah, Marmoush has to be careful. He's disrupting the flow of the game. Isa is injured as well for Arsenal, so that is interesting here. Isa is injured as well for Arsenal. Never wish injury on anyone, but this is interesting. Nico O'Reilly comes on. Pep is using his trump card now. Not Erling Haaland, but Nico O'Reilly. This is interesting. Those famous rides of Nico O'Reilly into the box will be very, very interesting. I hope it doesn't substitute Nauri. Or maybe rather he does, because that is the best spot for Nico O'Reilly. Right, Nauri? Savinho, that's a corner for City. Take the corner, guys. Take the corner. Jeremy Doku. The touches from Jeremy Doku are just magical. Wonderful from Jeremy Doku. Has to find that now there. And he does. This is the aspect is improved a lot. I think Sharky could have shot there. I don't know why he delayed. Why we are not taking shots at the right moments today. I just don't know. Absolutely. It's a free kick for Southampton. Wow. Wow. I just wanted Erling Haaland, but just look at Pep Guardiola. He's bought on both Erling Haaland and Nico O'Reilly there. Wow. Wow. This is a giant move. This is a signal from Pep Guardiola that he takes this very, very seriously. Wow. He's bought in both Nico O'Reilly and Erling Haaland. Right now, Rian, wow. This is a change. This is a dramatic change now. Wow. Wow. Two giants in the box. Not just O'Reilly and coming on. It's two giants in the box as well. The box presence. Wow. Pep did not think he needed to play this card, but he's just played this card. So they have got the ball. It's a counter, Erling Haaland. Ah! I think that's a handball. I think that's a handball. Reinders missed it, but is it a handball? I don't know. How have we not gone 1-0 up in this match? I'll never know. Ah, hands are coming out, so I don't know if it's a handball or not. I don't know. The proximity, a lot of things in the question there. I don't know if I think VR is definitely there. I don't know. Look at Pep Guardiola. That's offside for sure. Trafford comes in. That rhythm, like between the 60th minute and 70th minute, was superb. We have created so many chances that we should have taken at least one of those. Nico O'Reilly, Nathan Ake, Savinho. Savinho gets somehow gets the ball. Nico Gonzalez, Savinho. Matthews Nunez this time. Nico Gonzalez. Don't shoot, Nico. Create a chance for someone, just don't shoot. Jeremy Doku. And that's a corner for City. Wow, we have created the chances for this match. That is the frustrating thing. We have absolutely created the chances. Southampton player is down. We have created enough chances, guys, to win this game. But the clock is ticking on. Southampton are doing the substitutions. Jeremy Doku there with the ball. I think if City score one here, I think Southampton need to be open and go for it. Ake needed to win that. Nunes needed to win that, and both of them have actually won that header. Does Kusanov need to come on now? Strafford, John Stones. Reinders does absolutely very well there. Ah! Ryan Cherky is robbed off the ball. Of all people, it's Ryan Cherky. And Southampton score! It's 1-0 Southampton. Wow! What a strike! Bayaji says this is worrying now. Most of them are shit in front of goal. Marmoush's performance was one of the worst by City striker and the score. This was always coming. This was coming. And the score. Wow, this was coming. What a strike. This was coming. This was coming because we had so many chances. By this is classic cup game where one team sucks in front of goal and the other team scores from very first decent chance. This one is on Marmoush. He's missed 4-5 chances by Ajay Omar Marmoush. He's missed 4-5 chances. We deserve to win this game, by the way. We absolutely deserve to win this game. We absolutely deserve to win this game for the amount of chances we have created. Could easily be Southampton versus Leeds in the final of the FA Cup. We absolutely deserve to win this game, to be honest. We created so many chances, missing one after the other after the other. While this is, I don't expect us to be like Arsenal from corners, but at least give me something once in a while when we really need one. Nothing from but from open play. We created so many chances, but by we have 10 minutes. Erling Haaland, Nico Riley, everyone. Can't we create one decent chance for the big Earl? And see, we have Ryan Sharkey, we have all the ammunition. Can't we create one big chance for the big Earl and see where it goes? I think we can create one big chance and take this at least into extra time. Again a chance, and there's no one. Again a chance. Cut back, and then there is no one. Literally, there's no one. This is going to be a barrage of attack from City. Savinho. Ah, it's gone in. We bloody don't deserve it, but it's gone in. We absolutely don't deserve it for the shit show we have put in front of goal. We absolutely don't deserve it. It's gone in. It's gone in by Aji. But we absolutely don't deserve that kind of a finish. It's gone in by luck over there. Doku did well. I'm happy. I'm happy Doku did well. But what kind of shit show was that by Aji? What kind of shit show was that? Missing chance after chance after chance. Even before the goal as well. Even before the goal as well, there was a chance. Even before the goal as well, there was a chance where I think it was Nunez with the cutback and no one does anything. This could very well be an own goal, but it's a goal. We should have been 6-7-0 up. How the fuck are Southampton already there? Ah! How the fuck are Southampton already down there and ready to score the second one? What the fuck is that? Exactly. What the fuck? How did the ball come from kick off to here so fast? What the fuck is that? And now corner as well. What is this? In swinging corner as well by Ajin. Exactly. Where is the defense right after equalizer? My God. I just hope they don't score from this corner. My God. What has this cup tie become? Luckily, it's an outswinging corner. Well defended. And City might be on a. Just City are on a counter attack. It's a 2v2. It's a 2v2. It's a 2v2. Jeremy Doku. It's a 2v2. It's a 2v2. Jeremy Doku fucks it up. It was a 2v2 and Jeremy Doku bloody fucked it up. It was a 2v2 and Jeremy Doku bloody effed it up. That man who was sleeping in the crowd in the sun, he would have woken up by now for sure. This could be a long night for us, Bayaji. This could absolutely be a long night for us. Bernardo Silva comes on now. Wow. They are right in that Arsenal Newcastle game. Arsenal have completely lost grip of that game. That's a free kick for City. Wow. Savinho. Savinho does very well there. Savinho does extremely well. Ryan Cherky. Ah, the defender didn't know. Was it Harvard Bellis? I don't know, but the defender didn't know who was behind him and he pushed it out for a corner. Bayaji says, has Haaland even touched the ball? Yes, he has when he was defending that corner in our box. In their box, he has not touched the ball. What a goal! What a goal from Nico Gonzalez! What a goal from Nico Gonzalez to settle the contest! Oh! Nico Gonzalez scores! This is how you settle a cup semi-final. Woo! Nico Gonzalez scores! Nico Gonzalez scores! Wow! but Bias is just frustrating. How the fuck can we score when everyone is behind the ball? Oh, Nico Gonzalez! Wow! Bloody hell. I think Nico Gonzalez has been watching what the shit Marmoush and the others have been doing and it's like, this is how you score. What a strike. What a strike that is from Nico Gonzalez. Wow. Wow. What a long range screamer. Pai says this is the only way we could score a long range screamer. Wow. What a goal. What a goal this is. Nico Gonzalez. Wow. 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 Now again I don't want to see the ball at their end from the kickoff. I just don't want to see the ball at their end from the kickoff. Wow, Bayaji, they're telling. Why is just no time to blink? Last 10 minutes. Why is they're telling? I'm just reading on One Football about the Arsenal Newcastle game while I'm watching this, and they're telling Newcastle has completely got grip of that game, and this one is going to the wire. It seems that Arsenal are just holding on. It seems that Arsenal are absolutely holding on. This is interesting. What a way it could be, Bayaji, if Newcastle score the equalizer and we win this 2-1. That would be absolutely superb. We'll watch that game after this ends. Hopefully, if there's no extra time in this, we'll watch the Arsenal game as well because I think we'll get a good 10-15 minutes for the Arsenal game. It's a corner for Southampton. It's a corner for Southampton now. It's a corner for Southampton now. By says I stopped the Arsenal game after this scored fucking corner FC. But it seems that's why I'm just reading as well even. Hope we don't concede from this corner. Is it another corner for Southampton or is it a goal kick? I think it's another corner for Southampton. What the fuck are these corners? Bayaji, that Burnley game, when we were winning 1-0, last minute Burnley gets a corner, right? Last minute of added time. Almost. Ward-Prowse takes it. I could not watch that corner. I immediately opened One Football. Good from Trafford. Jeremy Doku is on a counter attack. Jeremy Doku is on a counter attack. There's no one in the goal. Jeremy. There's no one in the goal. There's no one in the goal. Jeremy. and the match would have been over. What the fuck did these guys do? Man, what the fuck was that? Bayaji, what was that, Bayaji? There was no keeper. Jeremy Doku could have just passed it to Erling Haaland, and that was the game. Idiots in the team. Bayaji, that was just Jeremy Doku could have just passed it to Erling Haaland, and that was the game. Ah, what did they do? And it's bloody 7 minutes of added time. That was the game, Bayaji, and now bloody 7 minutes of added time. What the fuck was that? Man, the keeper was out, everyone was out. Idiots in the team, idiots. I mean, Bayaji, that is inexcusable. When you see the keeper is not there, exactly. Pass was right on after he went past there. Exactly. And there were two or three City players. Keeper was not there. Now just look at this. Southampton are just all over us attacking. That is just shithousery. What the fuck is this? We almost won this game and this is what happens. What the fuck was that? Bayaji, what was that, Bayaji? I mean, this is absolutely inexcusable. That was the game then and there. Bayaji says Cell Xavier today can't score to save his life. Don't know why Pep wants him to stay. He's garbage. No eye for a goal. Savio should have finished it. I don't know what shit finish was that. Doku's mistake first, and then Savio. He does everything right, Bayaji. His pace, his dribbling is so smooth. He does everything right. The way he goes past defenders 1v1. But he just can't score, bloody hell. I've not seen a Brazilian who's so shit at scoring. Even Brazilian defenders are much, much better at scoring than what Savio does. Nico Gonzalez loses the ball, but it's a free kick. Look at Pep there, animated. That was the game, Bayachi. That was the game there. My God, I just cannot believe it. Bayachi says if we weren't winning that miss, exactly. Still, it could be disastrous, to be honest. That's a corner for City. That I mean, regardless of the position which the game is, that miss is still disastrous. I know if you were winning, it would be even more disastrous. But at least, why doesn't Doku shoot? When Doku sees the keeper come out and Doku goes past the keeper, at least even if Doku went for goal and Doku missed, I'm like, fine. He's selfish, he went for goal, is missed. I am fine with that. But what sort of fuck was that with Doku? He doesn't even pass, he just want to dribble, dribble, dribble. What is that? He's just like me when playing FIFA. I don't want to pass, I just dribble, dribble, dribble. Look at Ryan Sharkey there. It's gonna be a short corner. T is a short corner. No City player inside the Southampton box. Why this shows mentality in front of goal. A lot of that has been covered up by Semenyo. Yes, Semenyo hasn't been great the last two games, but in general, Semenyo has sort of covered up for some of our weakness, wastefulness in front of goal, to be honest. I don't know why the referee gives the free kick to Southampton over there. It seemed like a dive or a simulation for me. What do you reckon, Bayaju? 2 more minutes. The keeper's coming up as well for the free kick. Wow. Imagine if this was, like you said earlier, it would have been more disastrous if we were not winning. If this was at 1-1 and almost 1.5 minutes to go, wow. Kick the ball! Ah! As soon as Haaland went, he had to release the ball. The passes have not been good today, to be honest. That's a goal kick. Well done, Matthews Nunez. Very well done, Matthews Nunez. I mean, today the passes have also not been good, and also the shooting as well. Player cuts inside. I think it happened with Sabinho, it happened with Cherky. Cuts inside, there is room. Why don't you shoot? There again goes past another player, and the opportunity is gone. The window is closed. Don't know why that happens. 7 minutes are almost up. I think he might add another 30 seconds, to be honest. Due to what happened, little bit of rolling up and down in the injury time. 30 seconds more, I think. But Southampton have played their hearts out. I have to give that to them. The whistle's blown, City win, but Southampton have absolutely played their hearts out. From a tactical point of view, first half they pressed very, very well. It was extremely, the start setup from Southampton manager was good. The second half, yes, we have been wasteful, but Southampton took their chance, and then Nico Gonzalez and Jeremy Doku, we one of a deflection and a longer ranger. That just tells you the kind of day we have had today. The players know that. Their decision making has been absolutely poor today. Yes, we have won. I'm happy. I'll celebrate. We have won. But the wastefulness in front of goal cannot be excused. It absolutely cannot be excused. On another day against another team, the result could have been different. Southampton hands up and claps to them. They played their hearts out. They've done well getting so far. Why says Bach guy? That's the right word, Bach guy. And Bayaji, let us just watch that Arsenal game for a few minutes. Whatever is left, let's just watch that Arsenal game and let's see what happens. To be honest, it's still 1-0. It's still 83rd minute. So let's see, 83rd minute. Let's see. If Arsenal score another goal, and we're just gonna switch this off and go off. But at 1-0, you always know there's always going to be another chance. There's always going to be a chance for Newcastle. The Emirates will be nervy as the game goes down to the wire. Baiji says we seriously need a world class winger of Mahrez class. Can't rely on these clowns to get us goals in CL games. Don't you think Anton Semenyo is at that level, Baiji? Don't you think Anton Semenyo is at that level? I think we have got Anton Semenyo for that right hand side. Now you might say you need a left-footed winger on the right-hand side, but they say he's both-footed and all of that. So I think we've got Semenyo exactly for that. Saka is putting in the corner. And Doku on one side, Semenyo on the other. I know Doku's final ball finishing needs some touch, but I just think one more season and I think Doku gets to that level. I don't think no one's able to live up with Doku. I mean, I've not seen a winger who beats his man, his fullback again and again and again and again like a punching bag. So I think Doku and Semenyo. So I think I think Doku and Semenyo are the answer. I don't know. Corner in from Saka. Very bad corner, and it's cleared out by Jesus. His first touch denies us many crucial goals. If it were Mahrez instead, Semenyo in Arsenal, we would have scored 3 to 4 goals. It's interesting. It's interesting, Bayaji. You have mentioned this point. I also thought about it. We could have gone for a much more silkier winger, But I think the question is, ever since Pep Linders has come on, if you would have observed the assists and goals ever since. Uh, Ever since Pep Linders has come on, if you look at the assists and goals for fullbacks, both O'Reilly and Matthews Nunes, they have actually increased a lot. So I'm thinking, and Pep Guardiola has been very clear at the start of the season that he's brought in Pep Linders to change the architecture, pressing structure, and change the architecture of the team, change a bit in how we attack. He thought it was a bit stale, his attacking tactics and his pressing structure, and also Pep does the thing is you've seen with their Liverpool teams how they are with Liverpool teams. Liverpool tend to actually have classic. I mean, you could say Salah is a classic winger, but for me, I would still say Salah is much more of a ruthless striker. I mean, his ability in front of goal. Salah's first touch is better than Semenyo, but in general, I can compare both the wingers, Mane and Salah coming in. So I think it could well be Doku and Semenyo coming in, or either one coming in, and the fullbacks, maintaining the width, fullbacks sometimes cutting inside like they would do in Liverpool. I think that might be the attacking pattern which Pep is, looking at. Bukayo Saka, good save from Pope. So I think that is the reason why we got Semenyo. Actually, people say that Pep Linders sees a bit of Sadio Mane in Semenyo. Pep Guardiola and Pep Linders, they see a bit of Sadio Mane in Semenyo in terms of the way he go his diagonal runs into the box. He always ends up centrally. So I think that is why we have not gone for a winger like an Iliman Ndaya. If I would tell, well, I think Iliman Ndaya could probably be he's right footer, I know, but and a winger of that sort of an ilk. Bukayo Saka with the corner. Well defended again. It's a goal kick. Baiji says Doku doesn't get in a shooting position. I don't think it is best he could go beyond 5 goals a season in PL. He has only two. Yeah, that's always been the thing with Jeremy Doku. His final finished product needs to improve, and I just think compared to last season, this season is decision making in dribbling, it's decision making in passing, everything's been actually very very good. So he's improving. I think by next season, probably you could think his end product could improve as well. I mean, because Raheem Sterling wasn't the best finisher, but still, yeah, Sterling would get into those positions. Maybe I think what Doku also needs to learn is to get into the the far post thing when there's another winger coming, giving that cut back and all. Why this is Why this is open goal and Savio hits the first player on the line. That's Jesus Navas crossing. Savio is just another mystery, Bhaiya. Savio is just another mystery. The guy was the player of the season in La Liga in one season. He single-handedly made Girona compete with Barcelona and Real Madrid for the title a season. He was an absolute excellent goal scorer, and he becomes this. Counting says Hope City wins the FA Cup because currently Arsenal have an advantage in the PL. Yes, Counting, we need that. We need that. We need your jinxing power, like we all spoke about yesterday. But we all spoke about the last time when City played Arsenal. But Arsenal look nervy here. The Emirates looks nervy. Arsenal look nervy here. Arsenal look nervy here. 7 minutes of added time. 7 minutes of added time. This could be interesting. Arsenal look nervy here. The ball on could have been better. And also, continue. I think one of the things is Arsenal won the PL title more. City is in the first season of the rebuild, and anyway, I think this is not the first PL title for City. So City have nothing to lose in this. City 2 weeks back were nowhere in this conversation. Today, City are in with a chance. So City have absolutely nothing to lose. And I think a lot of City fans realize that we absolutely have no business winning the Premier League title. A lot of City's social media groups and all, we all realize that City this season have been very inconsistent, drawing with Forest and all of those things. We had no business being in contention for the title this season, and a lot of fans appreciate that, it was a rebuild and all. So City have got nothing to lose. Arsenal have everything to lose here. So I think the nerves are on Arsenal, the pressure is on Arsenal because City have absolutely nothing to lose. And people telling the title pressure on City, there's absolutely no title pressure on City because this season you're not expected in this rebuild season to go on and win the PL title. You've been presented with a chance. Yes, fans want to go for it, we'll go for it, but so no pressure on City. Pressure was in 2011-12 when we were going for the first title in a lot of years. After that, you see how the titles have come. Four Premier League titles in a row, Centurions, domestic treble. I mean, you all know we won everything there is to win, except the quadruple probably. In a rebuild season, if you are even in with a chance of winning a domestic treble, wow. Sandro Tonali, the Emirates is nervous. The Emirates is nervous. Victor Guy Carres is going through. Victor Guy Carres is going through. That's an excellent touch there. Guy Carres can't hold it up. So Nick Pope. Can Newcastle put it one chance? That would just break Emirates. A Newcastle goal here and it would absolutely break Emirates. The nerves are there. You could see the nerves. The nerves were there in 2011-12. It's the exact same nerves. That's what I was telling. In that season, we had difficult games in the run-in, whereas Manchester United, they were like they were 5 points ahead with 5 games to go. Company scores that goal. Then we had a Newcastle difficult game. Yaya Toure stands up. But the difference between that City team and this team is you had people like Yaya Toure come from that extraordinary Barcelona setup who have won multiple things, and then you have and then you had David Silva who came from that Spain setup. 3 more minutes to go. Mikel Arteta is tying his lace as well. 3 more minutes to go. Can Newcastle carve out one chance? Do they take it or not is up to destiny. One chance, 2 minutes remaining, little less than 2 minutes remaining. Can they carve out one chance? Dan Burn. It's a corner for Newcastle. Wow. Could Newcastle score from this corner against Arsenal? That would just be something else. Remember, Arsenal are only leading here due to an Ebericha. He is a long shot. That's it. And he's just gone injured. Can Arsenal. Declan Rice boots it out. I think that could be that in this game. 30 seconds remaining. That could be that in this game. But I can see Arsenal are nervous there. Literally, the Emirates is nervous. It's a free kick. Free kick in the dying seconds of the game. This is going to be interesting. A free kick in the dying seconds of the game. Wow. Imagine the Emirates if Newcastle score this. Imagine City if Newcastle score this. Wow. This could be damaging. This could be absolutely damaging. And look at Arteta how he's punching it. Look, look at Odegaard there. They're exhausted. They're exhausted from this performance. Physically, it's taken a lot out of them. They know that it's absolutely taken a lot out of them. They're down. Again, the performance against City was good. Everyone thought that they would play the same way, but again, they've returned to their own way, which is absolutely boring. Anyway, a great game. City have won 2-1 coming back from behind, and Arsenal have won 1-0. So the title race goes on. Arsenal have played a game more and they're up by a single goal in goal difference. Let's see how it goes. Thank you for joining me, Bayaji and Kamdanya, and see you all, guys.